The class, the problem was that the lower class people were really not that smart. Because you have to understand that their circle does not have that much competition. So whoever gets in is actually not very, sorry. So they're not very high ability. Whereas the rest, because the rest of the country wants to get into that, so they have to compete against the country. So in a class, they would be really dumb. And my friend and the others, they were like very, very smart. So that's actually the imbalance that's happening. It's good that they're getting a chance. The government is trying to promote, like you study some more, the lower class study some more, but then you also have to understand that because of poverty and everything else, the lower class, they really don't have that much scope of studying because everything else is privatized, like private schools. Private schools are better. So therefore they cannot go to those schools. They go to public schools. Their basic education is not that strong. So obviously when you become a doctor, everything counts. And then there's a very stark difference. And most of them eventually can't make it. So although they're there in the college, they don't pass the exam. Or something like that.
I have some experience in India. I've been Mumbai last year.
Okay.
I think there are some gas processing driver. Maybe he broke the traffic rules. Police just caught him down and said something about the rules and beat him. So I think it's quite not fair.
Actually, they're not really lower class people. They're just low income people. If the same person had a very high income, the police would do that.
Well, one more thing. I arrived at the airport in Mumbai. There are 2 gates for buses. One is junior resident, another one is senior resident. Most people are about in the junior resident. I think we I can in by the senior resident. Is that?
Well, actually, in India is like China. Actually, so if you have money, then you can do anything you want. You know, it's literally like that. If, for example, if I want, okay, well, you don't have to go as far as India. Over here, the Indian consulate here. Like, if you have a lot of money, or if you know somebody at the back of the office, and the counter, the person might say, "Oh, it's going to take you 1 month." Right? But later on, I give my application. Later on, I give a call to my source or whatever and say, "Look, can you please do this? Next, like, I'm sure you can manage. Like, I will be very intelligent and stuff, and he'll do it like in 2 weeks." So it's the source, it's the income. It's not really the caste now. Caste matters only, I think, when you are trying to build relationships, for example, marriage. Then they look into your caste system. Because then it'll be like, okay, what background are you from? Are you like a sweeper, or are you like a dishwasher and stuff like that? So all that really matters. And for me, like if I'm getting married, then my mom would be like, are you sure you want to marry the girl because she's from a lower caste? Like people who do metal work, like that's lower caste. And then we are like businessmen or whatever, so that doesn't match. Right? So then caste doesn't matter. No matter how educated or how like successful a woman is, or no matter how pretty she is, it still matters. Parents will look at that. I think what you are aiming for is the upper class and the lower class, not the caste system, the class, right?
So the caste system is officially abolished. Just now the discrimination is based on the class, lower and lower class.
Yes.
Depends on the income.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
I have to beauty competition. And they have very long eyelash and their face looks so pretty.
It's a very good question. See, it's like this. Like all races, in Indians also there are some races. I mean, there's some girls who are pretty, who are beautiful, and some who are not. Right? It's very similar to. Again, I'll kind of like compare it to the Chinese. Like for example, Northern Chinese, they're supposed to be very beautiful.
Taller and say white.
Fairer and stuff like that, right? And they are genetically gifted to be like attractive. Even like not so unattractive one is also quite attractive, you know, like that. So similarly in India, like some of the states, the characteristics is very nice. They're tall. They have tan skin. They're not dark. They're naturally tan, and they have long hair is like a tradition in India. Normally, if you cut your hair very short, then people will be like, oh, you know, like she probably doesn't have nice hair. You know, it's like that. So if you have like long, normally like girls who have nice hair, they will keep it long and show off. Stuff like that.
That's very interesting. Because nowadays people in China or Japan, they like to cut their hair.
Yeah. It's in India. It's like femininity is very treasured in India. Like they don't. I think there are a lot more homosexuals than lesbians in India.
I've seen something in this is very interesting. I saw a gay couple hold their
Holding hands on the streets.
Yeah.
Even in China, not much gay couple will do this on streets.
Okay, in India you're liable to get beaten up. It depends on what kind of area you're in. If it's a bad area, then they won't do that. Like if it's a rural area, you won't do that. Like rural areas, I don't think a homosexual ever proclaim that I'm homosexual. It's pretty like on the extreme. And yeah, and normally like if it's a city like Mumbai and the city where I'm from is Calcutta. So normally over there, like if you're gay, it's alright because you already have a lot of fashion designers and like event management people. So I think for those people, you better be gay if you want to be famous.